we're back. I said that I wasn't going to do any more of these, but there's some really exciting things that's happened that I know people that aren't from around here would like to see. First thing being, check this out. We're going back down the river road. So this road, because it was out, caused a horrible detour for anyone on the side of the road that we're heading from, which happens to be where I live. And it was like a 45-minute detour to get to town, whenever it's normally like 5 minutes, which is crazy. Usually you just shoot down the river road, you're basically in Erwin, but we were having to drive big old detour to go to Jonesboro or Johnson City, or go through Johnson City to get to Erwin. So this is huge right here. This is the road that most people in the area were looking forward to being reopened. And it's also helping out with other recovery, because now stuff can come through here. Everything else doesn't have to detour as well. And there's the old log yard. They're rebuilding. Yeah, there's Devil's Looking Glass. Yeah, a little bit of folklore around that. The Native Americans said that, like, the devil lived in it or something, that there's some caves that demons live in and stuff. And yeah, you can look into that. There's some stories around it and everything. And this is all I-26 if you're heading towards North Carolina. There was a company that was contracted to clean up the riverbanks, and the difference they've made is outstanding. I mean, you can still see little trash piles and stuff, but compared to what this section of interstate looked like before, it's like night and day. We'll get into more of that later. Still doing work to the bridge. You can see the interstate's only one lane through here. A 1-lane, 4-lane, if you will. Look over there towards the industrial parkways. We'll get off here and go over through there. Going here by Riverview Church. Look at this. It's just one of the many piles of debris that they have around. And I'm sure that this is only from this section of cleanup. It's not like they're bringing stuff from other counties up here, you know what I mean? Just an insane pile of debris. Your gas station's still going strong. Got through there, there's the hospital. Looking a whole lot different than things even in the last video I did a couple months ago. I don't know, I can't remember if I got any footage of this when it was kind of at its worst, but I'm sure there's definitely footage online, drone footage and everything even. Looking so much better. They've got most of the debris hidden over there behind those pine trees, I guess, where you can't see it. It's not as much of a sore eye, but God, the amount. So insane. Much, much different, but at the same time, looking much, much better. There ain't no law blocking you from going down in there right now, but we don't want to get in anybody's way. People working. More footage of just how well of a job they've done with the cleanup. So the company that completed this road, did all the construction on it, they actually managed to get it finished 2 months early, which is incredible. So huge shout out to Baker's Construction Services. And keep in mind, there's still places on the river and banks that are inaccessible to equipment, where, you know, you're still gonna have some trees and trash, but I feel like over time there's gonna be some groups come out to help clean that up too. That's just a guess, but they even had equipment out there on that island. They went across the river right there where it's really shallow, and they even cleaned up some of the islands that they could get to. Back up in BumpusCove. Again, same kind of thing. Lots of cleanup. Lots of new houses being put up. More focus being on getting the houses put up than the cleanup, obviously. Cleanup can come when people have houses in these residential areas. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Lots of new houses. Less people living in campers. Still people living in campers, but less. You get what I'm saying. Still awesome progress. Especially compared to those first couple of days after the flood. There's the horseshoe. That's where the cleanup company crews got most of their efforts focused right now. You can see their trucks over there. Big equipment loading up debris and whatnot. There's the new road to Little Germany. Fresh asphalt, built up good. Now, if the river raises 30 feet, how good will it be? I don't know. But should definitely stand up to your typical seasonal Nolechucky River floods. I haven't been down this road since oh, we got a good view of the bridge here. I didn't even think of that. Check it out. That's Taylor Bridge. Awesome progress being made on that. We've actually saw the pieces of it being brought down the road from the house. That's awesome. Don't know how much longer that's got, but it's definitely looking a lot more like a bridge. There, did you see that? What was that? A bass come up or something? It's a good bit of cleanup through here. Whether that's from the company hired out to do it, or if it's just from these people who own this property and they've done it, I don't know, but some definite cleanup. I was blocking the camera. Look at that. That's so much different than the last time we went through here. Mr. Squirrel, you better run. You can see through here, same kind of story. Lots of new houses being built. Decent amount of cleanup work. You know one thing? You don't really think about the small things. Like, these people got a yard. Well, it's growing. You get what I'm saying? But, like, you take a yard for granted, man. You know what I mean? Like, imagine just walking outside every day and your shoes just get muddy. And you have to, I don't know, man. You take so much for granted when it's not there. Anyway, last little place I wanted to shoot some footage of. Back at the happy place. Here's the pond. The cleanup company did route a road through here, but it goes through the cow field. It doesn't stay on my great aunt's property. Nala! Oh, she's going to get some water. Yeah. And I fished the pond a little bit and had no luck. I don't think there's any fish left in it. How you doing, Nala? Yeah. You guys know how bad this looked before. They did a really good job at cleaning it up. So much difference. Where they had to dig the sand out to make the road. See just how much sand they needed for that. But they had plenty of it, at least. Don't drink that. Over here. Come on. She's trying to be adventurous. There's been some controversy with the company that's been contracted to clean up. In particular, on Watauga Lake, where people are saying they're moving way too much stuff. They're basically cutting down trees and stuff that's been there forever. And people haven't really been liking that. But as far as this goes, they helped out a ton. What I don't get is they left piles. I don't know why. Surely there was a reason, but shoot, little piles like this every now and then. are a heck of a lot more manageable to like burn yourself and stuff than what was over here. So this is a night and day difference. Very different because there's like no trees and stuff, but yeah, excited and happy about that. Come on.